Hey everyone, I know it's been a while. I have been dealing with some legal stuff, and I'm representing myself as it's called a pro se litigant in legalese, but in regular people terms, it just means I'm representing myself. I've learned a lot over a few short days, and I'm sure there's still yet plenty to learn, but I don't know how much I'll be learning right now. Because in terms of representing myself, I always learn things as they come. I don't really go out of my way to do stuff like, learning how I would get out of anything more severe than what I'm dealing with. But everything that I've learned, I will make a full video here about eventually. I post on my Instagram where I learn things as I go. But when I'm done with what's going on now, I'll make a full video about what I've learned and how I represented myself in this case. But if you want the play-by-play, go over to my Instagram, which I will not be posting on tomorrow because there is a boycott on Instagram because they've changed their terms of service to be discriminatory against sex workers. And you may have also heard about TikTok doing this. Sex workers are our most powerful and simultaneously our most vulnerable population. Sex workers have always been one of the groups that have been active in social justice work, but rarely ever talked about. I find a lot of modern takes on sex work is people who are lazy, that don't want to get real jobs, as though sex work isn't work, and even though they are working, they're still they have very dependent, childish attitudes. They're basically teenagers their whole lives until they get too old and used up. And then there's this huge contrast between the young sex workers and basically just the old sex workers, and those huge shifts in attitudes, all of which depicted as completely unpleasant, just totally dehumanized. Not to say that there aren't immature, childish sex workers, but that's not the only persona that deserves broadcast. And yet it is the only persona that gets broadcasted because sex workers are taken as spoiled and entitled and stuff. So that's all I have to say for now. Support your local sex workers. Please support your local mutual aid. Support mutual aid funds and reparation funds. Get Black and brown people back to where they need to be, because these Proud Boys, or whatever you want to call them, some people call them the Piss Boys. I'm not totally opposed to that. They're out here being pretty wild. If over these past few days, if y'all haven't heard, they've been rioting in DC and other locations. 4 people have recently been stabbed, I believe in DC. The Proud Boys wore kilts by an LGBTQ company, and they reacted swiftly. All of this and more. But I just wanted to fill time, because when I make a video, I want to make it worth, you invested some time into this. But yeah, pro se litigant. We'll see what happens. I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff together, so see you there.